Today we have a really common problem for the Whirlpool top-loading washing machine where it won't spin, it won't drain. When you press down here where the lid switch is supposed to go, it might start working. So we're going to unplug it and we're going to fix the lid switch. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty easy, just take you a couple minutes. You just need a couple of zip ties or cable ties to fix it. It only cost a few cents. So we're going to take out two Phillips head screws that are holding it in, and then we should be able to reach in underneath and grab the whole switch and pull it towards you. You need to maybe use a little bit of force to get it to come towards you, and you only need to bring it out by about 2 or 3 inches to get the cable tie on. It gives you a little bit of extra wire so that you can get the zip tie around it. Some of these have a metal plate that is underneath the part that's pushed down that activates it, and the metal plate should be removed before you put on the zip ties. So we look at this picture, we can see this metal plate. It actually just pops off with a screwdriver. It's not on there very strong. These lid switches are two plastic parts that are glued together, and sometimes they fall apart, and that's what the zip tie helps us to secure it. So I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver to pry off that metal plate because I don't need it. It's not really going to help me. It's just going to get in the way of the zip ties. And you could fix this with one zip tie, but I recommend using 2. Here's how we're going to pry that off. There we go. That's the metal piece. Get that out of the way. And then we can take a zip tie and wrap it around. There's a plastic lever that goes up and down. You don't want the zip tie around that. You just want to put it around the main part, the casing of the main part, which is kind of like a plastic square. So you're going to get that zip tie as tight as you can. And I'm actually going to put 2 on to really secure it. Some people have criticized that this video just is a temporary fix, but this in fact makes the switch much stronger than it was from the factory. The factory is just glued together, but this is a mechanical connection, so this is really strong. These are really good washing machines. They tend to last over 20 years, but their lid switches are kind of the Achilles heel. They don't last as long, but they are really easy to fix. The symptom of a bad switch would be when you go to spin, you don't get spin or drain, and you don't hear any noise at all. It's like the motor isn't working, there's no power going to it. But the machine will agitate, but it won't spin and it won't drain. So I'm using pliers to pull that zip tie really tight. I'm going to cut off the extra part. Use a razor blade, or I'm using these diagonal pliers to just snip off the extra part. And now I can reach in and put that switch back in, and I'm going to lift up a little bit so I can line up these holes here where the screws go in and line them up with the holes in the switch. I'm going to put those Phillips head screws back in. I want to caution you guys not to over tighten those because that's a metal screw going into a plastic part, and the plastic on these sometimes is older and a little more brittle. So just go in lightly, just enough so that it is tight, but you don't want to go beyond that. Just enough to where it's holding it in there, but you don't want to use the full power of your screwdriver. And now this little pin right here is going to go down, and that's going to activate the switch. We'll plug it in, give it a test. Now, spinning, very draining, so the water's shooting out. That's going to be stronger. You have a machine that works. Watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. And also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. Feel free to contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com with any of your questions.